we want to say something about the town. We want to talk about the town, but we want this time we want to talk less about the town as it is and more about how it might be, how it could be. And this kind of gets back to that whole kind of trap thing we were discussing earlier, how easy it is to get, especially in winter, to get so, you get all crunched up and you're living in a town and you look at the town that you live in and it's easy to forget that it's actually a fairly plastic place, that you can change things. You can change pretty much what you want, and that's the great thing about living in a small town, is that we have actually a lot of power over our environment, and it's easy to forget that. So this is what those cards were about that we handed out before the show, soliciting your craziest and your wackiest ideas. We want to kick some of those ideas around now, and I can't think of anyone better to kick them around with than someone many of you know. He's a member of town meeting, and he's got his hands lots of different pots around town. Join me in welcoming Baer Tierkel.
Let's talk about change.
Yeah.
This town's great with change.
It is.
Amherst is all about change.
It pretends it isn't, and it pretends very well.
It does pretend.
But
only the H is silent, but if you polled 50% of the people, they would argue that fact.
yeah, they would scream. It's so we have so many good ideas here, and it was very difficult to pull out some, just a few of them, and there's a huge range. So I'm going to start with kind of an easy one, which to me just seems like an easy yes. I feel like we should almost just have a scoreboard or a list and just check them off. But
well, the good thing is there's a number of select board members, a bunch of town meeting members in the audience.
Oh.
So if we really get something going here, yeah. I think it's a done deal, right?
Okay. I'd like to think.
Let's just legislate from here.
I'd like to. I'd like to think that this item is within their purview. I'm not sure what the range of powers of select board people are, but it would be great if they could open an Ethiopian restaurant. that we've had actually several suggestions. So do what you can.
Yeah.
Tax breaks or whatever.
Get a check mark there pretty quick.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add to that, or can we should really move here because
you got a big stack there that I haven't seen.
Okay. This is a somewhat more wordy one, but it's worth mentioning, I think. Open the sidewalks for outside tables at restaurants so that more people can enjoy our beautiful town while having a drink, as in so many towns all over the world. They really felt the need to add that last part.
Right. We're the last town without the wide sidewalk cafe, I think.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
I like that.
And I think you could open the North Amherst Common, the part of the common that's right across from Town Hall.
Yeah.
You could put tables all through there,
yeah.
and the waiters could be going right across Pleasant Street,
yeah.
and delivering glasses of wine in cafes.
That's a cool idea.
So, select board, you got that, right?
Yeah,
right.
so I mean, there's a parking lot there, but I'm sure we could move that someplace.
Well,
right?
no, I think we could turn that into the cafe as well.
Okay, that's good.
In fact, that could be the drive-up.
That's a keeper.
Drive up for wine. Texas has drive-up beer.
That's true, they do.
We can differentiate ourselves from all the other towns in the world.
This one I'm not sure I understand, but it sounds really cool. Betty here, perhaps Betty probably, says, breakfast in bed for designated streets?
Designated streets. Now that's an Amherst idea right there.
So we all take turns, like Redgate has to provide breakfast in bed for everyone on hills.
That's exactly right. Blue Hills can provide breakfast for Dana.
Yeah.
Dana then to Lincoln. Then you get closer to the campus, it gets all bets are off.
Yeah, I mean. It's a little weird having, strangers kind of come into your bedroom and bring you
Not really.
an omelet,
Not really.
but
actually,
I would try it.
When we moved here, that happened to us. I swear to God, middle of the night.
You're always ahead of the curve.
3 in the morning, and people say the students are crazy, but lo and behold, some drunk student was lost, came to our door and introduced himself at 3 in the morning and said, "I just want to lay down."
But he didn't have pancakes with him.
He did not get breakfast out of us.
Well. All right.
That's a UMass kid.
Next one. This one's a little bit angry.
In Amherst?
A roast of local Republicans, like a literal roast.
Ooh. Are there local Republicans in Amherst?
I don't know. It'd be a small roast.
I think it wouldn't feed breakfast to the town.
No. That's not very nice. Not very nice. We have a lot to learn from everyone here. Public speakers on boxes on the Common, as they do in London.
Hyde Park.
This is a lot of. There's a lot of. We're being compared to international
That's
cities.
right,
So
that's
if people feel like we can compete on that level, I feel like we should really step up to the plate.
It sounds like there's a sense that there's not enough talking in
Yeah.
Amherst. Don't really. Maybe they're in Hadley. They're hanging out more.
Okay. This one I just have to say, and we're not going to spend any time on it. It's just that we got a bunch of these. We need a real parking garage. We do. Okay, we do.
And everybody knows, right? The parking garage that was built before I moved here 10 years ago is engineered for another story. They actually thought ahead.
Up or down?
Up.
Okay. Just
Although
once?
there's plenty of people who want to put the people who are proposing that down
Underground.
under
Yeah.
the existing.
Yeah. So can we go up just one, or are there?
I think at least one.
At least one.
As far as
All
I
right. Oh, that one's too mean. We're not going to do that. How about this one? Composting in town center. Why would you take it to town center? Why would you? I mean, just take it to your backyard, or? Well, it's an option. Okay. No, too mean. Come on, guys.
More Republicans?
No. Let's see here. An annual towny college kid bike race, a la the 1979 Dennis Quaid movie Breaking Away.
There we go. Yeah. All right, put that in the yes pile.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, we do need to do something about the town gown thing
Get
because
people together.
We do.
Actually, that could be
really
the
do.
breakfast thing. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, we could serve the students one month, and
Yeah.
they could serve us the other month.
Yeah, or they could just serve us, and then we could, we'll trick them into serving us again.
There you go.
Because
On bikes.
Yeah. Okay. A real expletive cocktail bar, please.
Oh, somebody
Yeah.
hasn't found Lumberyard or Chez Albert yet.
Yeah.
Or 30 Boltwood.
Yeah,
Some
30
good cocktail-
Boltwood's-
I think there's been great cocktail bar growth lately.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good
There's room
trend.
for more.
Good trend.
You know what I want to see is, and what I've always been pushing for is like a dinner club kind of a place.
There you go, with some music.
Yeah, music, and I'm seeing a lot of red velour, dark wood,
There you
soft
go.
lights.
Yeah. Torch singer.
The idea is that if you give college kids kind of a sophisticated place to hang out, it's like their chance to act sophisticated.
They'll
and
become sophisticated.
They will be. Yes.
Carrot instead of the stick.
Yes.
Town meeting. You hear
Yes,
that?
okay.
Carrot instead of the stick.
More weird stuff like Turner's Falls. What happens in Turner's Falls?
Have you not hung out in Turner's Falls?
What do they do up there?
Yeah, you got to go to the VU, the rendezvous.
Okay. This one's interesting. It's a little haiku-ish. So many dogs, no parade?
Ah, there you go. How about an April Fool's parade? I thought Amherst would be a great place for an April Fool's parade with dogs.
Okay.
And just, on April Fool's Day, we'll work all year round
Yeah.
making the floats, lawn chair brigades, I don't know what the hell, and we'll just march through town.
You know-
we don't even need to plan it. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Is everybody in? All right, Amherst Live.
Yeah. You know
We'll
what was
take it
great?
to the streets.
The Christmas parade was actually really great. Or the holiday parade. It wasn't a Christmas parade. It wasn't.
What Christmas parade?
It was.
I missed it.
It was
wasn't
great. There
invited.
was a marching band that was there, and there's
Oh, of course, downtown hall.
Yeah.
Mary Maple.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
awesome. The middle schoolers on the steps
Yeah.
of town hall. It's my favorite event in town. It's really awesome.
I was moved
Couldn't
by
remember
that. I
it,
mean,
but-
it's not often that you're moved by tuba, but I was moved.
Santa on the fire truck.
Shooting range, okay.
We've got one. So everybody knows we have a shooting range in town, right?
This one,
Up in the hills. There's a shooting range in town.
oh really?
Yeah.
It's down south,
In
right?
south, exactly. Up in the,
Okay, done.
the notch.
Kosher restaurant, corned beef sandwich. What does that mean?
Again, black sheep, right there.
Yeah, okay, done.
Go see Nick.
How about if we all wear capes? Okay.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. Put that in the yes column. That's a good one.
Well,
Capes,
one day a
and
year-
maybe masks.
Masks too?
No, really. If you have an anonymous day, right? I mean, I think we sometimes as we're walking around town, we feel self-conscious. You can't really say what you want. If we just had one day
Yeah.
where we all wear masks, and then you can just say what the hell you want.
It'd be a bloodbath. Ice skating rink on the Common with winter ice musical or musical on ice. They've had several of these.
Ice capades.
Yeah.
Like synchronized skating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that's an option. Yeah, here's another one. This one's sort of the same thing. Ice skating rink on the Common with s'mores. Amy, credit to David. Thank you, David. Passed it on to Amy. This one says sculpture garden, but then someone added above it edible. I don't know what that's going to be made. I mean,
although, you know, an idea that my buddy Mike had, he felt that we should have sculptures all around town. Like there's been some, there's a beautiful sculpture in Kendrick Park. Let's just crank that up and put a foundation and put sculptures everywhere. Sculptures and poetry everywhere.
Sure. We'll find the money somewhere.
Come on, everybody. Everybody pass a dollar up,
just pass
and we'll buy a sculpture by the end of the night.
Pass it. Okay, so here's another sort of mystifying one. It just says Jim Pistrang on it.
Dude, do you know Jim?
I know the name, but I don't know.
That's really all you need to know. I mean,
Jim here tonight?
Jim is not, because he's pulling levers at Les Mis tonight. Jim does it all.
Well, what could this mean? Do we want more of him?
I'll tell you, you just put Jim in any situation and it gets better.
Okay.
And that's the key.
Wow.
So any of those ideas, let's just get Jim involved and it's going to happen.
Okay.
So that's a yes column, definitely.
Yeah, covered outdoor stage in Kendrick Park. I think that's something we should.
Actually, so did somebody say that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So the thought that I had last summer was let's do a pop-up beer garden in Kendrick Park. Jason, so I haven't talked to you about this, but let's do a pop-up beer garden just on a Friday and Saturday with some great music, your great food, some great beers, just all outdoors. Yeah. It'll be awesome. Just for 2 nights, and then we're done.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do that. Jason Raboyne, our sound man up there, would love to do that for us, I'm sure. Let's see here. Let's just do one more of these. Remove dilapidated building to create pleasant space for the community. It doesn't really say which.
They must be talking about Bank of America.
Oh, yeah.
No. They're a fine town resident.
It's looking pretty shabby.
We'd love to have Bank of America. It's just maybe they could knock the building down.
There's something creepy about like how those security guard guys are always standing out
SWAT
there.
team.
Yeah.
Well armed. But I feel like
I want to take them. You know, something about them, the way they stand there makes me want.
But I feel like the terrorists, they're not coming into Amherst because B of A is taking care of it.
As soon as you start thinking that, that's when they come.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. So I think that's about it. Unless you have any more you'd like to add, we can. I mean, we could go on forever. But.
Well, you know. So one thing that I thought, Amherst used to be part of Hadley, right?
Yeah.
I mean, years ago, 1739, we got our own pastor. We could rejoin Hadley.
What's the upside?
No, we got the malls, man. We got the malls. We could take over the malls.
Well, it's the revenue that we want. They can keep the malls.
No, we'll take them over. We'll all move in. We'll make a big commune out of the Hampshire Mall, and it'll be the new Amherst. In fact, we'll call it New Amherst.
Okay, well, this is something we need to sleep on, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Baer Tierkel.